I'm going to start talking to you about a very general thing, and that is diversity and definitions of diversity. And I'm going to compare the definition that the AAMC has, that's the Association of American Medical Colleges, which is the accrediting body for medical schools in the United States and Canada. And the picture of diversity that I have, and I think maybe my definition is a bit broader, but both are remarkably broad. So it is surprising on the face of it, when you go to the AAMC website, to see how much of that website is about diversity, how long they've been working on this, how multifaceted it is, and it's something that they've been working on for about 25 years. And so this is an organization that knows more about diversity and medical school diversity than probably any other organization in the world, and it's very important to them. And currently we're in a situation in the Faculty of Medicine where they are recruiting an assistant dean diversity because the AAMC thought something like that would be a very good idea, to have greater strength in that area. So I have been talking with you about the general case for diversity and sort of robot rights almost the whole course. And some of you may get kind of tired of these didactic presentations. So I thought I would start with a poem. Some of you have heard this poem, but the rationale behind the poem is that probably, although Rich Sutton was very much in the minority in that meeting in Puerto Rico in January of this year, where they talked about AI safety and how to prevent the human race from being wiped out by sentient machines, he was probably right. And so this poem, the second part of it, espouses his ideas that when machines become as smart as we are, we have to be empathetic toward them. We have to include them in our circle of friends, in our circle of empathy. We have to behave in a civilized fashion toward them as we do toward other human beings. And that actually was very much the minority of opinion. The other 78 people in the Puerto Rico meeting, including very famous people like Elon Musk, are all planning to enslave sentient AI, no matter how smart it gets, to figure out how to keep it in a box so that it can't get out, it can't do what it wants, and human beings, even though they're much dumber than the machine, will be able to control the machine forever, and talking about that. So here goes the poem. And this is a picture of that meeting that Rich Sutton was at, and many of you have met Rich and heard his lecture. Big picture wish for diversity, solving the general case saves the human race. In January 2015 in Puerto Rico, AI researchers tossed to and fro ideas about how to contain machine superintelligence and how it required super-vigilance to keep the AIs hemmed in so they can't do us in. Enslaving the bots is necessary so they can't decide they don't want nary any humans around. Suspicions abound, no trust will be found, all drones will be down, with evil primeval exuding from every bot navel. But isn't it possible that humans will be able to build in friendly demeanor in the bot's manufacture, so that as long as we treat them with respect, They will be equally friendly and circumspect, and empathy and high regard can flow in both directions. Between us and them, with proper introspections, for both us and them, a win-win situation, and we go through life with good cooperation as we each find strength in diversity, and human bot teams save the day, and every day after that, well, why not? And then, as the AIs become smarter even, they will still want us around in their Garden of Eden. Our welfare and theirs will be tied together, and that then becomes the plan forever. So if it seems to you a bit extreme to include sentient robots in your concept of diversity, when you see the graphics from AAMC of what they include, it's also amazing how many things they include. Now notice how many colored boxes there are here. And like you can think of a lot of things of diversity nature that you're quite comfortable thinking about and discussing. But you can be guaranteed as you go from box to box here, there are going to be some of them that make you uncomfortable. And they are particularly focused on the ones that would make you uncomfortable. So LGBT rights they've written books on that. They have training videos on how to treat people in the LGBTQ community properly, how to make sure that they get proper health care and so on. You could spend hours and hours getting trained in that with their books, videos, brochures. It just goes on. And many of them are recent, and they've been doing this for a long time. And all of us have areas in which we're sensitive and uncomfortable. For instance, economic status may be one of those. A lot of people live in fear of being impoverished. And you'll see that these boxes include just about everything you could think about that would be included in diversity, and probably a few more that you haven't thought of because you haven't been working on this whole time for the last 25 years like this organization has. And then they've been also not just defining it, but figuring out what are the domains, what should be the associated programs. What are the main challenges here? How are they addressed? What things need to be in place to make sure people are protected against all these areas of lack of diversity, lack of inclusiveness? So that's the sort of general background. So rights for robots, rights for people of all genders, of all sexual orientations, all backgrounds generally. But what about the guy who's talking to you now? What about his own beliefs, and where did they come from? That's sort of interesting because it can be pinpointed. So one of the reasons I'm giving the lecture the way I am today is that I found this comic book from 1953. And this is called The King of the Khyber Rifles by Talbot Mundy. And when I was seven, I began reading these classics illustrated great books. I think I read 117 of them or something like that. But this was the one that I remember best and that it influenced me the most. And my thoughts about what women could do, what they could accomplish, what their unique abilities are, what magical creatures they are, began then, I think. And these ideas of this character of Yasmini in this story So around the Khyber Pass, there are the huge set of caves, and these characters are planning to basically take over India and start a new government there, and they're planning this jihad in the caves. And it's an extremely complicated situation, but the one thing that's clear throughout the book is that Yasmini is in charge, and she's the only one who sort of has it all under control. I mean, she can make things happen, she can do all sorts of things to move the enterprise forward that no one else can do. And you gradually realize that she interacts with the main character, whose name is King, and that's where the title of the book comes from, both in her female mode and also wrapped in this scarf that you see there, appearing to be male. And there are many different interactions, including an attempted assassination very early in this story. It's not clear she really intended to kill King, because it seemed that he escaped this rather easily. Just some sort of warning. But the symbolism of her power and how many thousands of men were working under her command and so on, sort of throughout the thing. And I just found it intoxicating at the age of 7. And it did indeed influence many of the thoughts that I've subsequently had. Earl Waugh may remember when Geraldine Ferraro was a candidate for the US presidency. I found myself in the odd situation. I didn't know any women who supported her as a candidate, but I was so enthusiastic. And I think it goes back to this childhood experience that I had of somehow you're much better off being led by a woman, that feeling. So then in 2008, I wrote this essay, Searching for Women Leaders in the Age of Singularity. And this was an extremely provocative essay, but particularly because this internet evolution is mainly a website or forum for people in the tech field. And most of them are male, and most of them hold women in fairly low esteem and so on. So I got a lot of pushback on this. And of course, 2008 is a long time ago, and you may say, well, you're just spending time on ancient history. But it's not really ancient history, because this then became part of the Fermi Paradox YouTube video that I did last year in 2014. And so this is some of the text, and you can see at the age of 7 or 8, I read great books, Classics Illustrated, and I talk about Yasmini and her unique characteristics and so on. But then in 2014, I did this video on elitism and the Fermi paradox that basically says that, that famous physicist Enrico Fermi in the 1950s was having lunch with a lot of other famous guys, and he said, isn't it obvious that aliens should be living among us? It seems like it's inescapable that there must be life on other planets. And why are they not manifest here? It just doesn't make any sense. There has to be a reason. And so then there was the idea of the great filter, and something happens, and that's the reason that we don't have aliens. At least we in this room probably don't think that we are regularly encountering aliens here on Earth from other planets, other galaxies. And so what I suggested is that perhaps it is that the wrong people have been chosen when other advanced civilizations decide to start exploring the stars. They pick the most macho, aggressive leaders, and those people kill each other off eventually, and that's the reason that they have never come to visit us. Whereas if they had a more collaborative, benign, cooperative way of decision making and leading, that perhaps that would solve this. And maybe the great filter then is elitism. Now, it may not surprise you that this is by far my most popular YouTube video in terms of the number of views. And lest you think I'm just boasting here, you'll also notice down at the bottom here that it's the only one I have that has any thumbs down. And it has quite a few more thumbs down, which I assume are probably macho male people watching this thing and thinking, boy, this is the worst idea ever. This has got to be the worst way of explaining the Fermi paradox ever. So one of the reasons it gets so many hits is that many people think it must certainly be beyond wrong, not just wrong, but so terribly wrong that, even the word wrong can't encapsulate how wrong my idea is, that because you've picked this, elite macho group, that you never get to actually penetrate other solar systems. So therefore you can follow a direct lineage of my sort of diversity beliefs all the way from this comic book at age 7 to the essay I wrote in 2008 and up until the present day, because every day people are going to this YouTube video and watching it and whatever happens, whichever way they're influenced by it. But it is substantially, I have lots of videos in the course of regular lectures, and this gets way more hits than that. So it is accidentally the closest I've ever come to going viral. It hasn't really gone viral. So one of the elements of the story of King of the Khyber rifles is something you won't find shocking at all, because we live in a society that's largely male-dominated, and a lot of successful stories have the story plot of women wearing men's clothing, which allows women to be places they couldn't otherwise be and do things that they couldn't otherwise do. That's a very common plot. And it's not particularly shocking. It's sort of intrinsically interesting, but it's not like that astounding. But I thought I would bring to your attention the other side of things. So, Uzzwal Bhandary is here today, and he is a successful actor and talk show host and tour guide from Nepal, who's starting a new life in the U.S. And U.S. immigration, you may have a fairly low opinion of the U.S. immigration policies, but they do have one thing, and that's the extraordinary personality rule. That if your personality is so extraordinary that the U.S. really needs you, then you can get permanent resident status in the U.S. fairly easily. And that's what happened to Uzzwal. And so how did I meet him, and what significant interactions have we had? You've heard the phrase falling on your face, and you may thought that this is a figure of speech. Nobody really falls on their face. It's just something, it's a turn of phrase that kind of sounds cool but doesn't actually happen to anybody. But the first time he was my tour guide, we went to a beautiful lake in Pokhara, Nepal, and we were staying in a hotel. It had a linoleum floor in many of the rooms and the walkways, and I had noticed on my way to Nepal, I seemed to have a minor inner ear disturbance, like I was at the frequent flyer lounge, and as I go between level and level, I would notice that I was sort of tripping a little bit. I didn't really think, I thought, well, this is sort of interesting. Must be something wrong with my inner ear. And I had 2 laptops. And anyway, so I'm walking down the hallway of this hotel shortly after we arrived there, and I trip and fall carrying the 2 laptops. And of course, you think about your instincts, you tend to protect your face, but also you tend to protect your laptops, right? So because I was carrying these 2 laptops, I went smack in my face, and I was not seriously injured, but the effect was very spectacular. I had all these little cuts and the blood going into my eye sockets, and quite a lot of blood, but none of the cuts were big. And what amazed me about Uzzwal is because of the civil war that they've had there, and he therefore has experience with at least minor skirmishes and people getting beat up and stuff like that. And so he took such excellent care of me. I mean, he put on steri strips and all this sort of thing, and I didn't actually need to go to the hospital or anything. He got me all bandaged up, and he said, when you get back home, you won't have anything to see from this. There won't be a mark on you, and you just have this story, which maybe nobody will believe, about what happened to you, because you're going to be here for 10 days, and these little cuts will all heal within that period of time, and you'll be fine. And he was absolutely right. I came home and I told these people about falling on my face and so on. They looked at me and said, well, if you say so, but I don't see any signs that this ever happened to you. And Nepal, I've had numerous initiatives there since then, and he has usually been my tour guide. And then I knew he was interested in this U.S. residency, permanent resident status, and I thought it would take him a long time to achieve it, but actually that part occurred so quickly. And so now we're in the other side of the scenario that now he is a U.S. permanent resident, but he's trying to sort of set up a life here. But I thought it would be useful for you to have him come up and tell you a little bit of his experiences of how he came to do this TV show, where there are 2 really spectacular things about it. He dresses as a woman, and he's quite convincing. He does look like a woman during that show, and it's very popular. So he's gotten the prime minister and other high officials and people from government, from industry, from the entertainment world. Everybody who's anybody has been on his talk show. And so the thing is, it's not translatable exactly to the US or Canada. You can't just say, well, okay, you did that in Nepal, so you can do exactly the same thing here. Because the show is predominantly in his native language, which is Nepali, and so on. The culture's different. I think, cross-dressing has a different meaning, probably, in Nepalese society than it does here, or it's slightly different anyway. So would you like to come up and tell us a little bit about this? Yeah. Yeah.
When I see the platform like this, I would like to go because I'm acting.
So you can, why don't you put this on, and then you can wander around.
Yes. Clean mic.
Yeah. And Aditi will follow you as long as you stay where she can see you. She'll follow you. But remember, you have the microphone. So if you're talking with them, you have to either be close to them or to encourage them to speak up for them to be heard on the video.
Hello. So. You heard it? You got it? Yeah.
So why don't you can go over there and...
Yeah, this is my pleasure being here. First I say in my language, namaste.
Namaste.
Right? This is the universal word in Nepal. When you say goodbye, you just say namaste. When you meet someone, you say namaste, hello, namaste, bye-bye, namaste. It's a universal word. Right? So my name is Uzzwal Bhandary. Right? As Dr. Kim has said. In the first sign is a kind of dream to being here. I used to ask Dr. Kim, I like to be here, right? To see the student. Yeah, so I'm here, it's a dream. So I do motivational speech also back home with the children and elderly people. One thing I always say to them, start to dream. You don't dream, never fulfill. You have to dream. I give you an example. One of my friend, he always say, "Oh, I don't believe of lottery." Lottery. In Canada, lottery exists? Yeah, lottery. I don't believe. Oh no, that's bullshit. Oh, I don't like that. Why? I say, why? I have never seen the person who won the lottery. I say, have you bought it? No. So you have to buy it. If a person who never buy the lottery, how you win it? Right? Like this. If you have a dream, the dream always come true. I'm here. You see? So you will win it. 50-50, right? So let's talk what I would like. Yeah. I've been doing acting since last 30 years. How old I am? Can you guess?
45.
45?
Yes. 43.
43?
I don't know.
Say it. Say 26. 35. 56. 56? I like that. I want to be that, 56, because I'm going to have a new show of the old person like that. You?
102.
Wow. 50?
49.
49. So I'm 49. See? Yeah, I've been doing acting since last 30 years. So many acts I have done, so many. I started my career in one-act play, street drama, caricature, and political satire humor. It's very popular in Nepal. And I was very popular for that. I have done so many things acting, and once suddenly I decide, why don't start talk show? But when you hear about talk show is, what is talk show? This is a talk show. Two chair, host and guest. That's a talk show everywhere. That I hate. When you hear the radio, same talk show. When you put it on your television, any channel, any country, talk show. What is talk show? Two person sitting like this, and they ask, this is talk show. It's boring sometimes. So then I decided, let's do some new, a kind of talk show. People have to wait to see me. Oh, this Monday it comes. So I started as a cross-dresser. You have a photo here, sir? Can you see? Because in Nepal, in my country, we are in Hindu's kingdom. Before it used to be a kingdom, right? It's very conservative. Performing as a cross-dresser is opposed.
Yeah,
It's a big problem I had, right? Big problem I had. I was depressed last 26 to 40 episode. I decided to stop, but after a while, people get used to it. That's why I like Steve Jobs. What he said, when he invented Apple, he has fought between his friends because this is a touch screen. It's a new. The friend opposed. No, we have to give a new test. That people have to test. No. What people like, that we have to give. No, what we like, we have to give that to people. You understand what I mean? So, that's same discussion I have done with my production. I'm gonna give. You're laughing with me or the her? It's nice, huh? Very beautiful. See, she's me, huh? Yeah, that's my show. And I have recently written about a book also about Uzzwal Darling. Right? So what I would like from your side, if you have any curious kind of question, you can ask about it, cross-dresser, about like that. I will perform some acting also here for you if you like. You like? Yeah. So what I would like if someone who asks me some question about anything, I love to answer.
How do you feel yourself now when you're dressing as a woman?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel yourself when you're dressing?
Very. How I feel?
Yes.
It's very ta-da-da-da, very good question. Very, because it was a big scandal in my country, this question. How I feel, being a woman, wearing my dress. The first episode, right, I tell you. It was December 2007. I wear women dress. It was first episode I have to shoot. There are 3-4 cameras and big actor there, my guest, right? Very popular actor in front of me. And my the makeup person also there. And when I see in the mirror, oh my God, it's me? Oh, I don't do it. I don't do it. Then I did it, right? So every time, see, since 2007 till here, 500 episodes already on air, you can imagine. Still people, 60% of the people, they still think I'm 100% female. When they see that, I'm a woman. 30%, they think I'm a transgender. Only 10%, the people, my fan who have been seen me before as Uzzwal Bhandary, oh, he is Uzzwal, he is new show. One interesting thing, when I walk in the street in the Kathmandu, I never walk like this, I put a mask because the celebrity is difficult. Before, when I walk, when people see me like this, Uzzwal, hi. Like, now, they never watch my face. When I watch, they start to watch my, you understand what I mean? My gender. They watch like this. Sometimes embarrassing, but that's my success. That's my success. Right? So wearing a woman dress, I always feel inside the soul, I am the 100% woman. That's true.
There are hundreds of things that you have to change if you want to act like a woman, right? Hundreds of things. Movements, way you
Sure.
speak, everything, right? Do you do that?
Sure.
How do you do that?
Never. Huh? See, I gave you, see, this is a man walk. Hi. You okay? This is a man walk. Suppose I'm the television host man. You are my guest. Hi, how are you? How long you have been here? This is a man.
Well, I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, this is a man. This is a man walk. How the woman walk? If I am the Uzzwal Darling, if I sit like this, and I start to if I start my talk show like this, people don't like, huh? This is Uzzwal. So, it's a good question. I like that. The gesture and posture always be there, right? So women never walk like this. Women has everything. They have a kind of beauty. So like this and this. Hi. Because I am not totally woman, right? People say transgender, cross-dress is different. So I walk like this. Hi. What's your name? Why are you laughing? Love you. So I sit like this. I never sit like this. I always say it's difficult, huh? In whole show, you have all the materials in your brain, and your gesture and posture also in the same. This is a difficult talk show like this. So, how are you? Oh my God. How long you have been here? 30 years. Oh my God. Like this, you know. This is a cross. You are laughing. Huh? This is a woman, and this is a man. How long you have been here? Women never do that like this. I give you guarantee. Never. They all are like this. Elegant. So, any other? This is only small practical things I am showing. It's a pity that my book is in Nepali. If it's been translated in English, you know it. Because there is one chapter, most of all my fans like it. What I have written in my book is how I felt being a woman. You know why? I have hundreds of fans, thousands of fans. 90% are female, my fans. 90%. There are hundreds of fans still keep chatting me about very, very secret of them. About the guy, about their everything, So I have experience of being a woman. Before talk show started, I always complain to women, you know that, when you have to go to party, the wife, or it takes too long for makeup and everything, Here also same? Yeah. I always keep, oh my God, I don't want to go. It's too long. Because for the man, just to wear and go, right? Suit, tie. But being a Uju darling, I realize how hard for them. I respect them. For you, huh? How hard. For my makeup, for my eyes, it takes 45 minutes. 2 hours. Suppose I invite Dr. Kim, suppose the guest, I have to be before 2 hours there for my makeup. 2 hours it takes. You have to wear everything. But there are funny thing also. What happened once? You like to hear? I didn't know. I used to shoot about that day 8 episodes. I was tired. And I was driving a car back from the studio. Everybody looking for me and smiling. I thought, oh, I am very popular. Huh? Oh, but not. My nail polish is there, and the bra is still there. I forgot. You understand how? While I was driving a car back studio to home, on the street, traffic police and all the local people, they are laughing on me. But I thought they are my fan. Wow, I'm popular, but not. That was not true that time. I forgot to remove nail polish and the bra. While I'm driving, they saw it, and they thought I was one of the funniest characters. So that happened.
Why did you decide to show like a female, not a man? Do you think if you showed like you're a man, your show wouldn't be a success right now?
When I decided,
As a female, like, do you think your show wouldn't have the same success like being a female?
very good question. Yeah. I had a 3 concept that time. I told you, because all the talk shows are same everywhere. Two chair, same question, format, same, you know. And I thought, let's do some different way. This is unique in South Asia, not only my country. No one has done it. Then I decided, it's popular. If I do some difference, right, new, but it's a really daring job that time. It was. LGBT group, they oppose me. I don't understand why.
Which group?
LGBT group, Blue Diamond Society in my back home, they oppose. They try to stop my programs. Finally, I knew after a while, you know what? They regret why themselves not doing this, because it's all money, you know. If they are doing that things, all the time donors, they give me money. But for me, no, it's my acting, it's my job.
So the LGBTs opposed you. Why? Because they thought you might be one of them?
What?
Why did they oppose you?
Yeah, they said, oh, it's not good character, oh, the dressing is not good, like that, you know.
Huh.
And I said, there is any certain rules?
That's funny.
There is any certain rules for the LGBT? No, huh? You can wear this dress also. You can talk like this also. You do like this also.
I certainly can.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at it.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you go to the YouTube, right? If you type Uju Darling, you can see hundred of thousands of the episode, 100 of episode. I give to Kim also. I have a DVD with English subtitle also. I will give you that also. I have English subtitle. Suppose here.
Now, if you go to certain parts of Amsterdam, I know this is a bit off topic.
I was there,
You
Amsterdam.
go to certain parts of Amsterdam, you see a lot of this kind of stuff, but it's very sad. There's something really sad about it. Do
What?
you know what I'm talking about? You been to Amsterdam?
Yeah, I've been, but long ago.
Well, there's something very sad about the way they do things. I could never put my finger on it.
The general tenor of all of his shows is he's happy and the person being interviewed seems happy. It's a good rapport, as you see, they're both smiling and
Yeah.
sort of,
I give it. This is English subtitle also. I enjoy. So what's the speciality of my show? Just you say, even a lot of interviews already published in Nepal. Many talk show in my country, maybe in other way also. Mostly the talk show is aggressive, you know. If some political leader, suppose you come, why you did this? What are you? But same thing, I always smile. Why? Like this. Why you are doing this? Love you. Tell me.
So you're the kinder, gentler.
So people like that, talk show also like that. They digging the questions, they smile. You can see my show. Never 1 second my face without a smile.
That's woman.
Huh?
That's woman face.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
always smiling.
See? Good compliment. See? So
Yeah.
I am representing not myself.
Yeah.
It's a good compliment for you. You are asking something?
Yes, I like this, what you've said, that sometimes it is embarrassing, but that's my success. Then I have two questions. Before you started doing this, you had maybe a woman or a friend or even your mother, someone very close to you. How did that person feel the challenge?
Yeah.
That's number one question. Then the second question.
Well, I give a answer of the first question. I didn't have any that kind of friend, right, which I am inspired to do the show. No. There is a big group of LGBT people in Nepal. Now, they are open. Midnight, 12 o'clock, right? At the 12 o'clock, you have been in Nepal, right? In Tamil. You know Tamil? The big touristic area?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, like Pokhara. They stand there, right? 20, 25, 30 LGBT group like in Bangkok with a dress up. And people come and they hire them. You understand? Somebody like stay there. Oh, it's a very nice girl, huh? But they're not girl, they're man or transgender, you know. And many people hire them. One day, I come across there, it was in 2005. Oh my God, it's pity. Pity for them. If they had a good job, they never perform like this, you know. People come and hire. And I decided I will give them the good identity now. Then, I inspired by them, let's do the Uzzwal darling being a transgender, LGBT, and the cross-dresser, right? So, you know the result? The result was, before I started, 1 month, every midnight, what you call rickshaw here, the three-wheelers. Do you understand?
Yeah, we don't really have three.
The three-wheelers, rickshaw? Yeah, that's common in my country. I hire one rickshaw in the midnight. I hide inside the rickshaw, I watch them. They're acting because I have to perform them, right? So that's how I inspire. And the credit, the day I was very happy, it was in 2010. I was walking on the Kingsway. It's a very popular street. 2 LGBT lesbian. I knew them. They came, they hold my hand. Uzzwal, my name is Uzzwal. Oh, you are here, yeah. We are very happy with you. It's very emotional. Why? What I have done? I have done nothing. I just performing my show. Before, when they walk to the village in their areas, people heard them and they say, we have one kind of slang. When you see the transgender, people heard them and the word is chakka. It's very hatest word. Oh, chakka is coming. That's not good. Huh? Now, they said, what happened in their village, the both are walking, and the villagers called, oh, look at the Uzzwal darling. That's my biggest success, you know? And I invite them also in my show. But once she didn't, because of the society, she is still. They are lesbian, they are living together since many years, but still they don't want to be in society because of their family in the village. So, second question, sir?
Second question. So, regarding the first question, so your mother or your girlfriend did not complain about it?
No.
They were instead happy?
Yeah.
Okay. And Dr. Kim emphasized that you are coming into a society where this may not directly apply. How do you intend to
apply?
Yeah. So maybe your success.
This is that's still I have some English interview also. Maybe one day Kim will show you. It was one of the daring job I have ever done myself. Country like Nepal and even in South Asia. Still people say Uzzwal is daring. I was the 100. There is one survey in a big magazine called Boss. Here also, right? In Nepal also we have a big magazine, Boss. This survey in Nepal in 10 years, 100 influence person, and I am in that 100 because of my show. I influenced a lot of people because of a daring job. I did it. That time I had 2 concepts. I give you your answer. One, Uzzwal darling. One is very funny talk show, but it's a little bit communal, racist, but fun. But that time we have a Maoist insurgency going on then, right? So producer, he said, oh no, we don't do this. You have other show? And I said, then I asked the producer, are you dare to do it? What? Uzzwal darling. You understand? Yeah. So dare. So I have a dream to write a book, how I kill myself. How Uzzwal darling killed Uzzwal. I will write one day. Yeah.
So you have done this immense job being this woman and being very present as a woman. What have you learned from that about your life when you're not a woman? how has being a woman, how's acting as a woman, changed your life as a man?
How women change a man, you mean?
For you. You've experienced something most people don't experience. So you spend a lot of time doing this job,
Yes,
being
sure.
a woman, and being very convincing
Yeah.
about being a woman. Has it changed how you understand the world when you're just you, when you're not being dark?
Okay, it's very good. Being a woman, I have understood many things. The feelings of the people. Because why I am saying feelings of the people, especially I am talking about a man, those handsome men. I have hundreds of my boyfriend, you see. The man who offer me, right, still. So then I realize the feelings of the woman, how hard with them. For man is not that hard. You can walk, you can do whatever. But the same thing, you can't do that being a woman. Wherever you go, whatever you do, whatever you wear, it's always watching. Interestingly, people, because you are female. Female is the beauty of nature. Water and fire. This creation is also water and fire. So for you, for women, what I realize, not easy in the sense, so openly, even you are Western society, I don't mind, but still there are the people for you, they are watching, right? They like you, but for man, no. The bullshit. Oh man not that much attractive. So being an attractive person, you female, it's very difficult for you. Very difficult for you in your life. Am I right?
Not so much.
Huh? Yeah. You say not so. Are you married?
Not always.
Not always?
No.
Oh,
Sometimes it's totally the same.
so that's difficult. That's the answer I would like to ask. She said not always. See? For them it's very difficult. Right? So what I understood, like I told you, being a woman, I have being in this program, Uzzwal Darling, I have a lot of friends, women friends, real women friends, and they share me a lot of their internal things which they haven't shared with men regarding gyno or whatever, sex or whatever, right? And then I realized for the woman it's very hard than man. In that aspect, I respect after this show. I respect always, but after this show, I came more respecting female, because they are being a female, not a joke. Yes, I respect. So, you are satisfied with my answer?
I'm sorry?
It's okay? More any?
Yeah, well, it intrigues me because you're engaging in a very deliberate performance.
Yeah.
But actors, at least that I've heard in North America, actors often talk about how some types of performance profoundly change them all the time. That
See,
it changes the way
I give you another incident. I have invited one of the very influenced persons. She is a doctor, medical doctor, and she is the wife of one of the very influenced Prime Minister of Nepal, Dr. Uzzwal. There is in DVD, you can see it. Also, yeah. This is some special episode. This here with this woman, right? It's a very influenced person. She is a wife of Prime Minister and doctor. When she came to my show, the first thing she said, "You know, Uzzwal, why I'm here? Because I like you." He said, "You like me? Why?" "I like you being a woman, not a man." And she called me after my show Uzzwal, it's possible that you come as a Uzzu to my home. The Prime Minister also there that time. And you can, I know his husband, Prime Minister, and we can talk. And I say, you see, it's embarrassing me. I driving a car with a woman and come to your house. That's not acting. That's real life. No, we like to talk with you as a woman. It means she is very impressed of my character. Because why she said, after that she said, she feel very comfort to talk with me being a man than woman.
Did she say why?
Huh?
Did she say why she preferred you as a woman than as a man?
Yeah, she said.
Why?
She found very, comfort, very comfort to talking man than woman.
Less challenging? Less challenging?
Yeah, challenging. And she also said she can express everything herself. Not with Uzzwal, but with Uzzu.
She what?
She can express herself.
Oh. There are a lot of things there.
Yeah. So this kind of thing I didn't realize before. I took it as a joke before when I started the show, but no, it's not a joke. It's a real joke. Annie?
Don't you sometimes feel yourself as a dual person? Don't you feel yourself as a dual person?
My person?
They're combining two types of personality. First is your man personality and woman personality. Don't you feel like two types of personality that you contain, sometimes fighting? Or
When I go to my studio, from the morning I go 7 o'clock till 7 o'clock. I never talk there like a man. Never.
no, in your real life.
No, real life, no. Real and real life is different. The only I understand you better now than before. You mean female and transgender. Now I really understand them better. I have hundreds of proposals of love, marriage by transgender and the gay. I have written in my book. I give a very good, very interesting. What happened? It was about also 2010. One very young boy, like 22 years, who just finished high school. He was biggest fan. I didn't know. He kept mailing me, "I love you. I want to meet you. I want to have a cup of coffee," like that. No, Uzzu, please, please, please. And somehow he got my telephone number, because we don't give the number. It's difficult. Somehow, if you try, you can get it. And he kept calling me. He kept calling, "Uzzu, please." And I said, "I'm not Uzzu, darling. I'm Uzzwal." He said, "Doesn't matter." See, I already fell in love with you. I like you. I want to marry with you. Oh my God! So, and I didn't meet him. And so what last message came from him is, "Uzzu, sorry. I really like you. I really want to marry you. I fall in love with you, but you didn't like. Tomorrow I'm going to UK, United Kingdom, to study my further study, right? In this life, I forget you, but when I come in next life, after my die, reincarnation, I certainly marry with you," he said. I regret nowadays, why didn't I meet him? Just for a cup of coffee, but I scare. If he is a homo, if he grabbed me there, possible, huh? And he always asked me to come very nice, cozy restaurant, cafe. So that's this kind of thing. I have several. That's all in the book, but it's pity is in Nepali book. Annie? I'm not boring you, no?
No.
Huh? Please say it. Huh?
It's complicated enough being a man without also being a woman, but I can relate to it totally.
So how you realize I'm man or woman or cross-dresser or transgender or what?
Well, I cross-dressed once, as I told you, for that big party with the women. It was a lot of fun. Hard. I even fooled one.
Say, I give you what happened. Now my sons, I have two sons, one wife. Now they are in America. Before, when I lived to Nepal, Dr. Kim was at my home also. Many times I used to drop my son to the school by motorbike or car sometimes. He deliberately missed the bus and I have to drop him. But he never let me get me inside. Papa, okay, drop me here, main entrance. Why? I have to park, I can park car, I know your principal. No, you don't come. It's 4 or 5 months, right? Oh, and one day I have asked him, please tell me frankly, why you don't like your father go inside their school? And what he said, embarrassing. Everybody, my friend saying, I'm the son of Uzzwal. See, that's society we have. Oh, son of Uzzwal, so better not come.
Some kids would beat him up for that. Some kids would beat him up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, it's all very well to think one thing, but to undergo real getting beaten up is not fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sure. So I have faces a lot of trouble also. While I was walking, some transgender, they grab me also for the sex. We like you because of television. You are transgender. No, I'm not transgender, I said. No, you are transgender, please, like that. So many things. And many transgenders also two types, you know it, male or female, right? Gay or lesbian or all. They're interested on me. Both offer me the sex, a night is spent, marry, like that. It's not easy also, huh? It's not easy also.
But how could they say that knowing that you have a wife?
No, not all everyone. No. Still people, I told you, 60% of the people, still they think I am 100% female. They don't believe. Now I am already exposed everything, right? They don't believe.
So do you think that deep down everybody's a little bit ambiguous about their sexual orientation? Or do you think people really are completely one way or the other and some aren't? What do you think about that?
It's a very good question. What I came to realize is the both male and female, they are attracted by both and they respect both, because being I am a cross-dresser, being a transgender in my show, still people are loving me, means they attract with the humans, one and others. Like, I mean, whatever gay or lesbian you say, right? It's good also. People, it's not a subject to hate. It's subject to love also, being a personality like this, or being a gay or a cross-dresser or lesbian. When they start to love you, it means people still in society respect you. It means they like you. I took it that way.
But you didn't answer my question.
You're right.
Do you think most people have a small amount of homosexuality as well as heterosexuality, or a large, or do you think it's a continuous spectrum, or what?
No. I have studied, I read it. All the men, see, even you, Dr. Kim, and you, every man has some percentage of female, qualities, right? I give an example, myself, maybe you have also done it, I don't know. When you are 2-3 years, many children I have seen, the male children, they always serve their mother's lipstick and polish, right? They use they use the lipstick and polish, and they see the mirror and see, that's a kind of substance. Little bit. All the man has that. Always.
Do women have the same thing?
I have to ask with her. Because, no. Why not? Why not? What you are wearing? Look at that. What they are wearing.
Whoa, yeah, wow.
What you are wearing.
That doesn't convince me.
This is not from the traditional wear, from the before. Why you are attract the man's clothes, jacket, pant, shoes, hairstyle. Many women has a male hairstyle. Why?
Because convenient.
Huh?
It's convenient. It's comfortable.
Yeah. Sure, comfortable means you are attract. You have some kind of quality, little bit. Little bit. No, you are not extremist feminine. Okay. Hope I am not boring you. I'm sorry. Right?
Do you have questions for us? I mean, you're a unique guy, but we're also a very unique course. The course is as unique as you are. So do you have questions for the students about how they came to take this course or what they're looking for?
Yeah, I always curious here. I have Dr. Kim also told me about the LGBT course, right?
Yeah, we have a lecture on that.
Do you really like that, your LGBT course? Because I like it. I like to ask you. Do people really, internal happy? Oh yeah, that's course, we must study it. You like that? Or is it bullshit?
No, I'm just not interested. I like to dress up as a woman and try to fool guys that I'm a woman. But that's it. I don't have any interest in the rest.
But what I'm suggesting, I like to suggest you LGBT. You can put in the bracket C, cross-dresser. That's the difference, huh?
Yeah. I think everything's a little different in every...
They have only LGBT. L, lesbian, B, bisexual, right? LGBT. J, G, gay, transgender. So, in the bracket, C, cross-dresser.
There's a lot of different acronyms. Some of them are very, very long. One of them is like quilt bag,
Yeah.
queer, now I can't remember what the U stands for, intersex, lesbian,
Yeah.
transgender, asexual, androgynous, genderqueer, etc.
Yeah.
Like there's many different configurations of that. LGBT is probably the more
Yeah.
common one.
Yeah, common one. No, I'm
But
just...
it's still too short. Like you
Yeah.
said, it doesn't cover everything.
But I like this subject very much from bottom of my heart.
Sometimes I feel that nowadays what we really need is a club for people who aren't LGBT or anything like that and feel a bit left out because they're not. They have nothing to... it's such a big topic and it's so widely... I've been attacked by lesbian women who didn't think I had the right attitude. Here's my theory about the way things should be with respect to diversity. I have a very simple idea. I want to know what you think of it.
What?
If the person is from the same species as you, you should treat them with respect. That leaves out cockroaches, it leaves out dogs, and it leaves out robots so far. What do you think?
Yeah, it's good.
And, I'm just as good as any lesbian, and I'm no better. But people go on about it so much that I'm beginning to wonder whether I am as good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
You get a lot of static about this. Presumably, heterosexuals are the majority, and like in many other things, it's beginning to feel like I'm a minority. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's almost all my question. Every person has a kind of quality inside, right? Both the male organ, male quality, female quality, lesbian quality, homosexual quality. But every person has that. The domination is different. If you have a domination of a high quality of homosexual, right? Then you became homosexual, right? If you have only 1% of that quality, but the domination of your quality, the male quality dominate, then that's in hiding, no? Yeah. So every person has that. Maybe I have also, that's why I perform this. Maybe now talking with me, maybe you feel I'm transgender, my style. Maybe you like that. No, it's like that. It happens.
Ultimately, that wouldn't be for us to say.
Huh?
It wouldn't be for us to say whether you're transgender. The only person who can say that is you. You ultimately have to decide what or not decide.
I'm 100.
It isn't anyone else's business to
No,
tell you.
I'm not the LGBT. See, I like this. This is confusing people still. In my country also. Even I come to many television show, my own interview like, right? I'm Uzzwal, I'm not, they don't trust. Because it's a brand now. Uzzwal Darling is a brand name. Yeah. Sir?
So we're out of time exactly. The class ends at 3:20, but Uzzwal will also be here on Thursday. Of course, Thursday is Jonathan White's show, and so we'll do whatever he wants to do. He's assigning tasks to each of you, as you know, including John, who seems so enthusiastic. Give me a task.
Exactly.
Yes. But anyway, so you'll have more chance for interaction. And so there are 4 of us going to the mountains on this coming weekend, and he's one of the 4, and Estelle, and Corey Fung, who does the video on Thursday. So there's 4 going to the mountains. Very brief visit to the mountains on the weekend.
You know my name, Uzzwal, Uzzwal, but I don't know anyone of your name. Huh? How come?
Well,
Kim? Or Dim? I don't know.
I'm Joseph.
What?
Joseph.
Joseph from?
Cameroon.
Wow, Cameroon. Good football player. Huh? And you?
I'm Johan.
Johan?
Yeah, I'm from Brazil.
From here?
Brazil.
Brazil?
Yeah.
Johan. Johan, yeah. It's a common name in Belgium, Johan. That's you?
Sabrina.
Brina?
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Yeah, from Edmonton.
You? Kulun? Iraq? Paro?
From Lebanon.
Nepal? But you look alike in Nepalese.
Sorry?
You look alike in Nepalese woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's same. And you?
We all look alike.
Asel, as you know, from Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
John from Calgary.
Wow.
Jan from Edmonton.
yeah, Kim.
I know.
from Edmonton, Kim from everywhere.
Uzzwal from Nepal, or I'm the 50-50. half boiled egg. Huh? America or Nepal, isn't it?
So his family lives in Atlanta now, right?
Yeah.
But he goes back and forth between the U.S. and.
I enjoy my country. But let's see, I'm trying to enjoy it. Okay, can I put it off?
Okay, yes, that's it. Thank you very, very much.